Hi there, everyone. Welcome to 2014, Year of the Chariot Horse. This is James Wanless, Captain Pick a Card of the Voyager Tarot Starship, ready to blast off because it's the Chariot year. Remember, part one, we talked about 2014 adding up to 7. So this is a number 7 year. And 7 in the Tarot is the Great Chariot and the Charioteer. And chariots are pulled by horses. And the astrological New Year 2014 in Chinese is the horse. The horse. So it's the chariot and horses. A lot of power for sure this year. And what we're interested in, though, as a chariot horse, is being the rider of the horse, the captain of the chariot that you're riding, which is your life. But it's time for you to, I love this, from the actual charioteer in the ancient Delphi of Greece, the chariot sculpture is there, taking the reins of your life, being in command of your life. So we're using the Voyager Tarot as a coaching tool to remind you of how to go with this year to achieve your goals. Now, the first thing as a charioteer and rider of your horse is to have a destination. Like, where do you want to go this year? What is your goal? What is your quest? What is your dream? What is your vision? What do you want to achieve this year? That is the first and most important thing to determine, is what you want to achieve in this coming year. And because we're taking the reins of our chariot, our life, our horse, then we have to really know that we can do it and believe in ourselves and be your own oracle. Be your own oracle, not dependent on other people and their authorities or anything like that, but what you know to be true for yourself. And so we're going to use the Voyager Tarot as the roadmap for this journey to navigate your life here and to give you inspiration, insight, and ignition to keep going and sustain the journey. Now, one thing before we get going and before we go ahead, let's go back. The first step to moving ahead is one step back to complete the past, to lighten the load so we can really move on. And if we look actually at the Chariot card here in Voyager Tarot number 7, we have, this is a really cool thing we did. We have a driver in it, right? You can see him right here looking a profile, and then here is his face in the rear view mirror. So this is symbolic of looking behind you, like where have I been, maybe what's coming up behind me, but definitely taking a look at reviewing your life. In order to preview, we first review. So your first task to go ahead and achieve your goals in this great 2014 year is to look back at 2013 and say, okay, what did I learn? What did I learn, and how can I apply that learning to this year as your ally? Make 2013 your lessons, maybe your mistakes, your learnings as your ally and your power for going ahead. That's the name of this kind of game. So that's the first thing to do, is look back. Now, also back to those horses, the 4 horses that pull the chariot. Remember these guys, these incredible horses. A lot of the Greek charioteers, particularly the one in Delphi, we're looking at right now. And remember, actually, in the Chariot card of Voyager Tarot, this character here is from the Temple of Delphi. It's a large bronze sculpture that still exists today. And he was pulled by 4 horses, in fact, way back in antiquity. Now, the 4 horses in the tarot represent our 4 primal powers, our horse powers, if you will. And they are spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. Those are the 4 suits of every tarot deck, and that's why it's a great holistic model to achieve anything in life in this year of achievement, and any time in life to achieve anything, any goal. Always do it holistically, of mind, heart, body, and spirit. That is the way to get results, and it's represented by those 4 horses. It's really a spectacular synchronicity of symbols and signs for this year, the chariot and the horse and all of this kind of stuff that's there. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to introduce you to a reading, a navigation reading that I call the steering wheel. The steering wheel. And that's in our chariot we get, and we want to steer our lives, navigate our lives to where we want to go, to our destination. So we're going to do a layout of the cards like a steering wheel to navigate this coming year. Okay, so let's go back, though, and look at the sevens. Now, the center of every steering wheel, every wheel has a centerpiece to it. So I like to choose from the major cards in the tarot. There's 22 of these archetypes. One of those types that represents what it symbolizes what you want to achieve this year. Now, let's say it's a business thing you want to go in, and we're talking face-up tarot here. We're literally using the cards as a map, but I want to go here and pick it out. So I might go and pick out the Emperor card for business if I have that. If it's a relationship issue, maybe I go and just literally look through the cards, pick out the love card, and put it right in the center. If it's about finding a new home or something like that, getting your perfect nest, maybe pull out the Empress card and show her there. If you're on the path of enlightenment, maybe get the Ace of Wands illumination or the Sage of Wands, the seer. Literally go in, face up, pick that card, and place it right in the center of your steering wheel layout. Now, for my purposes today, and knowing my goal, and I'm a number 7, and in part 1 we talked about how to determine your life number. Since I'm a 7, and it's a 7 year, I'm going to put this Chariot card right in the center of my steering wheel. I have determined that. Now you could, by the way, you could do this entire reading with all the cards face down, which is a very cool thing to do. I love face-up tarot. And then sometimes I can then do it face down to see what I call the truth anyway. But again, the tarot is a roadmap, so let's use it consciously. Consciously pick the cards that we want. So now the 4 horses: spirit, mind, heart, body. Okay, so on the spiritual side, the real high virtues of higher consciousness kinds of people, there are cards like purity and growth and integrity and compassion. Wonderful, wonderful virtues of life. And there's one card, and I'm going to look at the sevens. The 7 of Wands, because we're a 7 year, is the Courage card. And it's full of all sorts of shamanic symbols of taking your fear and rendering them artistically to become your power. So I love that. And so I'm going to take my Wands card, my 7 of Wands spiritual card. I picked it out here. And I'm actually, this is why maybe you should buy 2 decks. As I put glue on them, and I put this steering wheel up for my year. It's my mandala for this year. So I'm going to take and put the Courage card, the higher consciousness card of courage, and I'm going to put that Courage card right atop the Chariot. Okay. Then we're going to go to the mental. So let's take a look at the 7. In tarot, a Voyager tarot at least, the 7 of crystals, it's called crystals, is mental. In classic tarot, it's swords. I find it a little bit too violent. Voyager is not medieval, and it's not novelty. It's real. It's 21st century real roadmap of life, map of human consciousness, if you will. So if we look at one of the 7 of crystals, the mental state of the Chariot, it's a watch-out card. It's not one of those great cards you want to get. And it's called dullness, 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 dullness. 7 of crystals, just a pile of rocks. Now, nothing stops a chariot, you, me, anybody, faster than a pile of rocks in the way. It's like a roadblock. And most blocks in our lives are mental. So what this card is asking you, and this is the really great thing about the tarot as a roadmap, it's asking you to look at, preview your potential obstacles, your roadblocks. And once you preview, then you can prevent and you can preempt here. So that's one of your assignments is to, okay, what could stop me from going ahead? And really come to terms with that. But now for our steering wheel mandala map for the coming year, I'm not really going to put the 7 of crystals dullness up there, frankly. It's not a card I particularly need to be using a lot. I'm going to go with another card, and I'm trying to find that card here, and we're doing it face up. And it's kind of freaking me out a little bit because since I don't find it. But so I'm just going to keep it out there somewhere. It's here in my messy desk. Charioteers are movers and shakers, and sometimes can be a little bit too much here. Anyway, so I'm going to hold off on that. So let's go to the heart card. Let's go to the Seven of Cups. Cups in the tarot is emotions. So here we go. And here is the Seven of Cups in Voyager, and it's called Fear. This is one of those great watch-out cards, red flag warning cards in the tarot. That's what I love about these so-called negative cards. They wake us up, and we all need a wake-up call. So what stops all of us from moving forward in life, from growing, from achieving, from evolving, is fear. Fear is the ultimate roadblock. First of all, we have the idea, a mental block. Oh, no, I can't do that. Or I can't, oh, it's going to be, and then we feel it emotionally and we get fear and then we are blocked. So I'm not going to put that up in my mandala. No, not at all. As a matter of fact, I've got a card here, face up. I'm going into the cards, face up. I'm going to pick this card, and it's called the Surfer. Now, the Surfer, love it. It's got the horse in here. Cups, it's a man of cups, it's emotions. But surfers ride on the top of the wave and maintain balance. Great surfers have great balance. So to me, this is going to be my card, my emotional card. I'm not going to hang in there with fear and see that every day, although it's a great wake-up and warning card. I'm going to go with the Seven of Cups, the Surfer. Put some nice glue on here. Oh, I know, maybe it's an abomination for some people, maybe not. But I'm going to put this card over here on the on my steering wheel, because emotions are fuel for the road. Emotions put us in motion and keep us in motion. So, boom, we're going to go from left to right. This is Western way of reading stuff, the steering wheel. And I'm going to go with the wave, get my wave of life. That's what the surfer really symbolizes, and ride the heck out of it with a great deal of balance. So I am the surfer this year, riding the great ocean wave that is going to be my wave, what I want to ride for this year. Oh, and by the way, I just found my head, my mental card for the year. It's the Guardian. Now, the Guardian is, while I'm so excited talking about this, a couple things have fallen, so I'll be right back. Okay, here I come. Oh, I'm back. Oh, well, it's okay. I love doing this, without a lot of assistance here and doing it pretty spontaneously. There's organization, but stuff happens, right? But we're all human and we're not perfectionists, so what? I mean, so many people are blocked, frankly, by the perfectionist attitude. Oh, no, it's got to be perfect. It's gotta be. Forget it. Nobody's perfect. Matter of fact, if you're not making mistakes in today's world, I don't believe you're living. I don't believe you're alive. I don't believe you're trying even. So anyway, here we go. Put my glue on the back side of the Guardian. Now, why am I picking the Guardian card? Well, she's not a pile of rocks, I'll tell you that. She's not this boldest thing. She is super focused. And that's what I have to really remember for this year. To achieve my goal, I need to stay on the case and not get distracted. It's like, oh, God, there's another book, another great idea. Oh, let's go there, and get nothing done, which is really a modern malaise of today's life, is distraction, another new thing. Oh, another great new thing. Let's try that, and never get anything done. She is a maintainer, a sustainer. She is focused. So I am going to put here, down at the bottom, because without focus, forget it. Nothing's going to happen. So here, and this is what I would like for you to do. Either cards face up like I'm doing or face down. It's up to you. Make a steering wheel. So here's the Guardian here, keeping the focus. Chariot's the driving energy with great courage, maintaining surfer balance. Those are the three horses that we have so far. And now we want to go to the physical self, the body. The body is actually the chariot. It's the chariot, and it's just like your car. If you don't change the oil or don't put fuel into it, it ain't going to go anywhere. So we have to keep the body tuned up, fit, and running. Now, let's take a look in the 7 cards in Voyager Tarot. On the physical level, it is called Breakthrough. This another horse, of course. It's a 7-horse chariots, and it's 7 exploding suns. It's called Breakthrough. It's busting out and having tremendous energy to make it happen. Take no prisoners in a way. So, the charioteer is a spiritual warrior. I mean, this is a driving horse force that's going to the finish line to get it done. Complete. Okay, so what am I going to do on my steering wheel? I am going to use that card. I am going to take face up that Breakthrough card. I am intentionally choosing this card to put on my wheel here. Okay, so this, now you could do this a little bit more elaborately than me here, but those are my 5 cards, my 5-card reading, my steering wheel for the coming year. Now, the important thing is, yes, I have that vision. I've looked back, mind, heart, body, and spirit, archetype. I know who to be and how to be with the steering wheel reading that we've done. But we've got to keep going. We've got to keep doing it and doing it day by day, step by step. And that's where most of us just don't do it. We start out good, and then we crap out good. So the idea is to keep it going. Now, that's what I love about the tarot process of what I call excuse me for going away, the card a day. A card a day keeps the shrink away and keeps you on your way, basically. And so what I do is every day I pick a card on action. What can I do today based on the cards? And I do this face down in this case. What can I do today face down to achieve this goal that I am after? Because it might take a whole year or more, but you got to stay focused and on the case and taking actions, doable actions. This is coaching tarot. This is self-coaching. Be your own oracle with action. Not sitting around, well, I made my steering wheel, it's all going to be good. Well, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I'm picking my card for the day on how to achieve this goal of mine, and I'm doing it just face down. I don't know. This is the fun part of the tarot. We don't know. Let's go to that card. Let's see what this card is. It is, oh, terrific, oppression. The 5 of Wands. Now, that card indicates to me, it's like, oh, this is the personal jail card. I'm not seeing the truth of me or anything else, which is maybe true. So the first thing when you get a so-called negative card, and there are 12 of them in every tarot deck, is take a look. They're warning cards, but you got to look at the shadow side. You got to look at this if you want to move forward. And once you've looked at the shadow with your light of awareness, it's light. It's opportunity. It's resource. It's energy. It's ore, gold ore for you. So this card is telling me, look at, again, kind of back to what I said before, my roadblocks, or where am I holding myself back, or what could hold myself back. But we're talking today. Okay, so I think I'm outside the box today. I think I'm freed up and I'm doing this today. So I'm not sure it's exactly applies that way. On the other hand, and every negative card has a flip side to it, a positive turnaround, enlightened side. The positive side of this is stay in the box. Discipline, structure, focus. This is not the most fun stuff, and it's not the sexiest stuff. It's like, oh God, it's work. Like, oh God, every day. My goal for this year is to finish this book called The Fortune Formula and to have it be a success. So this card is telling me, stay structured, write 500 words a day, discipline, discipline, discipline. And so now I've told you this, and I think I'm actually doing this card by arousing myself by even presenting the steering wheel reading. So in any event, what I would do is with the steering wheel reading, I wouldn't paste it on here, but I'd put this card right on top, or I'd put it halfway over the chariot, to remind me of what my goal and task is. And every day, do that every day, and I guarantee if like if you write 500 words a day, you will have a book at the end of 9 months, a year, 6 months, whatever. And that's what my goal is. So, and tomorrow I'm going to pick another card, and we'll see what that is. But take action. These are action cards. This is a coaching tarot. This is not a passive prediction kind of thing, which I think is prediction fiction, frankly. It's proactive fortune creation tarot. Be your own oracle. And 2 other tips about that. Number 1, for every goal that you have, this New Year's resolution of yours, tell somebody else. If you tell somebody else or others, you have way more possibility of actually achieving your goal. If you don't tell anybody, it's up here in your brain, and you can we are so creative with our rationalizations of I can't do it, never ever get it done. When you tell people, and that's how we hire coaches, but this is self-coaching with your cards, is every day an action with no prevarication, no procrastination, no rationalization. Do it, but being held accountable by other people is huge. So get a support buddy, your accountability buddy, or your support group for doing this kind of thing. It will enhance the possibilities immeasurably. All the studies have said this. It's crazy, but true. The last thing I want to tell you is charioteers. When you're on the road and you need a navigation tool and you're not sure, what should I do? I'm confused, distracted, what to do? Bring your baby Voyager deck along. This is the entire Voyager deck in this beautiful little pouch. I call it Baby Voyager. Go to my website, www.voyagertarot.com, or go to James M. Wanless, WANLESS.com, and order for $15 this incredible set of Voyager cards, the entire deck, and you put it in your pocket, carry it with you. I love these cards. I never leave home without it. So there you go. There you go, Voyagers. There you go, Charioteers. There you go, horse people. This is your year to make it. Don't hesitate to get in touch with me on my Facebook page, James M. Wanless on Facebook. Very, very active there. Love to hear from you. Love any concerns or problems you might have on your chariot journey this year, because you need support and we need feedback, and we are here to do that for you. So, hey, bon voyage, Voyagers. May it be a great, great journey. Think adventure.